the reason our body, the unresolved, non-integrated emotion stays in our mind, in our body, because it has something, as you mentioned, has a gift. It has something precious for us. And I like to call it the pearl of wisdom. So as we are working through emotional charges, and as we see both sides, because I use the metaphor yin and yang, and that is when we integrate. And I like to say that usually it's the dark that we don't like, right? And in the dark is a challenge, it's a pain. But when we can see both sides, and we find that pearl of wisdom. That's why I call this a pearl of wisdom, that in every event there's a pearl of wisdom. So anytime we work on an event and we collect that pearl, and that's the pearl of wisdom, which is the insight, are the lessons, is the gift that will take us to the next step. It's like we go through life and collect this pearl of wisdom, and this is what the next step in our life, we might need to use that pearl. Olivier, would you like to share because I think that's beautiful, about why our body stores those unresolved emotions rather than just letting go?
Oh yeah, there was I will share it in the group. There was a brilliant article from a chiropractor which studies something called biotensegrity, and she says basically the emotional charge gets stored in our body to give us the opportunity to be able to learn the message from it. Because if you were getting an emotional charge and it wouldn't stick, you would never have the opportunity to harness the information contained within that emotional charge. That's why we store emotional charge in our body, because it's an opportunity for us to kind of unwrap the gift within. So if you get charged and then it goes out straight away, you missed an opportunity to understand the message in it. But if you get charged and then stick in your body, you get the opportunity to unwrap the gift, to be able to understand what is the information contained in that experience.
Yeah, and exactly. And imagine each of these gifts as a musical note. So as we unwrap, is enriching us.
She has a beautiful way I didn't really do it justice in the way that I explained, but she talks about symphony. And so the more we are able to unwrap those emotional charge and harness the gift, the more we can create a complex symphony about who we are, because ultimately it's about integrating all these different pieces to make our symphony even more complex and beautiful. Like, I didn't do it justice the way I just mashed it up, but the concept is that if the emotional charge were not to stay in your body, you will have nothing to grasp to be able to harness the meaning or the information contained in that experience. And so ultimately they stick to us in order for us to be able to enrich us through unraveling the meaning behind that and integrating into who we are, into our energy and information field.
Yeah, so it's about enriching and giving us what we need. So that's why I love the metaphor. We're just collecting all this pearl wisdom,